Nrupesh Shah, the MD Corporate Affairs at Symphony, joins in right now to talk about how their business is going to be, given what IMD prediction has been for the month of summers. Nrupesh, great to have you in ET now. The IMD has now said that it's going to be hotter summer temperatures in 2024. What are the initial trends that you're seeing from your trade channels?
Thanks. No, so initial feedback is pretty good. Sentiments are well, and across the channels, we are really witnessing decent uptake in the expectation of a good summer.
Okay, and given that you have about a 50% market share in the air coolers, give us a sense as to when you're talking about it being promising, do you have any sort of targets in mind as to how you can see your overall market share as well growing?
No, we believe that by and large, we should be in a position to maintain or slightly enhance the market share. More importantly, what we are targeting and looking at is how can we achieve sustainable, consistent CAGR growth, not only in terms of the top line, but bottom line. And for that, we are well placed and well geared.
Okay, fair enough. And just wanted to understand your outlook on the channel inventory, given that the festive season wasn't as good as expected. What is that looking like now?
So, in our case, channel inventory is mainly at the end of the previous summer season. So, in some parts, there was negligible or hardly any inventory. However, in some parts where summer was not good, there was relatively high inventory. But this is always how it is. Like India being such a vast continent, it varies from territory to territory, and hence it was a mixed bag. Having said that, at this point of time, that is pre-summer, the channel inventory is normal as it is supposed to be and expected at this point of time.
Right. The other thing I wanted to understand is, and this is pretty much an across the industry trend that one is seeing, that there's been a K-shaped recovery, there's been a tilt in the consumer towards premiumization. What's been your reading of how tier 2, 3 cities have been, whether they're still under pressure, whether it's the urban segment which is looking good, and of course the broad premiumization trend as well?
No, you are absolutely right. We are also witnessing that trend, and there is more and more demand towards high end of the models, high end of the products. That's number one. Number two, that's the trend we are witnessing not only in urban but tier 2 and tier 3 cities and towns also. As far as tier 2 and tier 3 cities demand is concerned, I won't say it's completely muted, but it's not very buoyant also at this point of time.
All right. What about the international market? Can you give us a sense as to how things are shaping up?
So recently, especially in our two international subsidiaries, one is IMCO Mexico and second is Brazil. I think they had bumper summer, they had bumper sales and bumper performance. To an extent, in many models, there was a stock out. As far as climate technology Australia is concerned, which is in a southern hemisphere, and they just concluded the summer, or it is at the fag end of the summer. There, the summer has been muted, and it has been very average, or I will say slightly below average performance.
Any concerns when it comes to input cost prices being on the higher side? Will that in any way impact your overall margins? What can you give us an outlook on that? Will there be a rise in prices consequently?
First and foremost, in first 3 quarters, YOY, there has been somewhat increase in gross profit margin percentage, not only on a standalone basis, but even on a consolidated basis. And we expect that due to variety of initiatives, product mix, premiumization of the product, we should not be impacted, if at all, we should slightly improve our gross profit margin percentage.
Okay, thank you for joining in and sharing with us the outlook for the summer season as well as how you're looking at demand shaping up.